The Killer here again with another commentary of a match, this time between Googlefrog and Godde. The rules are once again the same: metal extractors go on metal points, no building stacking, and only one wall per tower or no walls at all. I haven't really seen people build walls all that often, so the rules might have just changed to no walls at all. So we have Googlefrog in orange over here and Godde in blue over there. Godde so far hasn't lost a single match in this ranking, so we'll see who wins here. Both players are working on their early game economy now, and I'm not the only person that's watching this match right now. Colin is also watching a match, since he stated that he never actually watched a match before. Both players are currently mirroring each other with 3 metal extractors, 1 power plant. Oh wait, Googlefrog has 4 metal extractors and building a factory now, whilst Godde has 3 metal extractors and his factory is up faster. Or no, they're up at the same time. They're making scouts. Let's see. Godde has a bot factory here, with which he's making bot engineers right now, and Googlefrog has a vehicle factory and he made a scout. He's now working on engineers. So as you can see, both of them are quite close to each other, with a lot of metal points to fight over. Whilst at the back of Googlefrog's base there isn't really that much metal to expand to, perhaps if he moves all the way over here. Godde has a better position with way more mass behind him, like a lot of it, so Godde can afford to not fight over these metal spots in the middle here, quite a lot more. Keep in mind that both players haven't found each other yet, so they don't actually know that they're this close together. I've jumped in time a little bit, and you can now see that Googlefrog has scouted Godde's position with his first scout now. Googlefrog is making more factories, so he's going for an early game tank spam, whilst Godde is focusing more on economy and he's moving his commander to the middle now, and he's just started building his second factory over here now. Googlefrog has an air factory now, with which he made an air scout, and he's now scouted Godde's entire base. Godde hasn't scouted Googlefrog's base yet, but he's making more and more factories now. So this is going to be a tank spam match against each other, like most of them. You really want to get like 4 or 5 factories, start making tanks to start harassing each other. Jumped in time a bit again, and you can now see that Googlefrog hasn't really expanded his base or grabbed multiple metal extractors yet. He's doing it all on these few metal extractors he has, whilst Godde has expanded over here, but is being harassed by Googlefrog now by bombers. And Googlefrog is also attacking these front few factories. These tanks are going to be annihilated by this commander over here. As you can see, boom. There goes one tank. And Godde is building defenses up front here now. So as you can see on the map, Googlefrog has a very compact base here with not a lot of economy, and Godde has the base of Godde's base is way bigger. Googlefrog is harassing Godde a bit, but I wonder if it will help him out enough. It must be very annoying for Godde, that's for certain. But Godde has 6 factories now, and Googlefrog has only 4. But Googlefrog is going in the offense with more tanks now, so it really wonders whether the choice for more eco and more factories, how that weighs up against going for more tanks early on. He's building more energy now, and I assume he'll be grabbing these metal spots right now with this engineer over here. But let's see, his attack is running into Godde's commander. So let's see how this works out for him. And one shot, all tanks dead. So this is very costly for Googlefrog over here, since one shot for tanks is going to take quite a toll on his economy, but he's going to attack the other side now. His harassing force is being stopped by Godde's units now. Godde is making some units to defend his back, and is also producing more units over here to assault Googlefrog. In my opinion, Googlefrog should have built more metal extractors earlier, because he's now really being outproduced by Godde here. Even these small attacks won't do well and do enough against Godde. Both players do try to put their commander at the front to prevent rushes, which is very good. Commanders are very powerful units, so you can't really take him down with Tech 1 units unless you have like a tremendous amount of Tech 1 units. And he's now attacking with his commander, probably trying to take down a factory or two. So the initiative is now in Godde's hand. Unless he overextends himself, he really needs to have the tanks to back up his commander right now, otherwise it's not going to end well for him. In the meantime, Godde made even more factories. He's really outproducing Googlefrog in every way now, with a lot more tank factories, more engineers, more everything, more economy, more tanks. So it's heavily tilting towards Godde right now. He is being super aggressive with his commander right now, so wonder if he tries to kill another factory. Factories are a nice target, it immediately cuts down enemy production. But if he overextends himself too much, his commander will get killed and then he will lose. So even though he has all this production over here, if his commander gets killed, he'll lose the match. As you can see, Googlefrog is moving in his commander now, since Godde lost half of his commander's health, so if Googlefrog can get one shot at his commander, he wins. Both players are trying to maneuver their tanks in such a way that the commanders are protected. It seems like Googlefrog is being chased away here now, because Godde has quite the amount of tanks here right now. As you can see, Godde is spreading out and taking as many metal spots as he can, because more metal spots means more production. Metal is time in this game. The more metal you have in income, the more you can produce, and faster you can produce stuff. Googlefrog is not paying attention here, it seems, because his commander is almost getting killed here by Godde's superior tank force. I think Googlefrog is too aggressive with his commander here. What is he building with his commander? I can't even see it. Must be some sort of alpha buggy state, because I think he was trying to build this laser tower over here. Googlefrog says that he has no idea how to D-gun, which is attacking. So we'll see how this works out from. Yeah, I think his commander's going to die. And that's it, that's the match. Godde won. As you can see, he had a lot more production, so it would have ended this way anyway, unless Googlefrog would have pulled out some sort of amazing stunt. But this was another match, brought to you by the Killer from Realm. Watching other people play.